Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Beyond the Hype, because what's better than coming out with the Beyond the Hype a month after the Pokemon has come out and during the Christmas holidays. So, Corsola jumped to number 2 ranked Pokemon in the Great League, and it has so many things going for it. Right off the bat, you've got the stat product that resembles sort of like a Zoomerol, right? Basically 100 attack, 162 defense, 139 stamina, 2200 overall. So you got your low attack, high defense and stamina, which means you get to pretty high level, lots of excels. The rank 1 is 0, 15, 15. We're going to look at different matchups with different like IVs in a second here, just to give you an idea of like what the strengths and weaknesses are. So its moveset, it has, again, a very deadly combo. It has an Astonished that is buffed, right? 4.8 damage per turn, which is a lot of damage. 3.33 energy is whatever. But then you have this Nightshade move that also got buffed. And Nightshade is 45 energy for 96 damage with stab here. So 2.13 damage per energy. So again, to do an almost 100 damage move for a 45 energy turn move is pretty solid. And the turn counts are 5, 4, 5, 4. So it only takes 15 and then 12. So right off the bat, like stat product, great fast move, good first charge move. Power Gem is a coverage move. You know, it's not amazing, 50 for 85, but it does give you some coverage, 1.7 damage per energy. There's honestly worse secondary moves, but there's also better ones. And then you only have 2 weaknesses, Ghosts and Dark. Ghost you can also hit super effective against, so that kind of washes out, and then Dark is tough. Normal is also tough. So you double resist normal, but normal also double resist you. So you're gonna have a lot of problems with like Dunsparce and all those Licky, all those normal typings. Suggested teammates: Primeape, Diggersby, Wiggly, Mandibuzz, Dewgong. Did I put it with Primeape? I forget. No, maybe that's my next team. But before we get into the team that I stole / was given by a factions member, who's also going to make worlds because he competes in a lot of regionals and he's very, very, very strong. Okay. Number 1 on this list is IVs from Hatch. So these were only available really in Hatch, 10 minimum. So I put in like a 10, 15, 14 or whatever. Rank 1 is the second one, 0, 15, 15. And then I put in mine, 8, 15, 5, because that's what I have as a traded one. So 1, 2, 3. Let's do stat product for these guys. And as you can see, so with the rank 1 stat product for all the like Great League meta, you pick up 3 more wins with the 0, 15 to 50. Now those 3 more wins are Drifblim, Feraligatr, Shadow, and a Marowak. So not insignificant pickups. And then with mine, 8, 15, 5, you pick up Drifblim but lose Stunfisk. But that's with the rank 1 stat products. If you just kind of go default IVs, so maybe not everyone has a rank 1, it becomes more. So like the better your Corsola IVs are and the worse your opponent IVs are, the more wins it picks up, right? So with sort of just like average IVs here, with the rank 1 Corsola, you pick up Dewgong, Drifblim, Feraligatr, Marowak, and Primeape, which are big pickups, right? That being said, this Pokemon is very, very strong. So I stole this team. I hope he doesn't mind that I give it out. But he basically said, I went 48-2 with this team. And I'm like, well, that seems stupid. I know you were like extremely strong battler since you're going to Worlds, but like 48-2 is pretty crazy. And then I started 9-1, and that one you're going to argue in here was just a dumb play by me, or like the game tried to screw me. Put it this way, you're gonna see where the game tried to screw me over twice, at least 2 times, and I won both matchups. So Drapion, Corsola, Azumarill, Spammy, Drapion. Why is it in this order? I don't know, it's just the way it was written down, but I assume it's probably Corsola or Azumarill on the lead and then Drapion safe swap. But you know, Azumarill can play as a safe swap to a certain extent. Corsola, you could get walled by normal typings. Drapion's just pretty safe on the lead, so you can stay with a lot of things. Let's take a look at the battles to see how it played out. So, Primeape here. Always tricky because they can close combat, which is basically one shot. But if they Rage Fist, then you're in trouble. So, they do actually just go straight close combat, so that's a good shield here. Again, I don't have an immediate answer. It is a normal typing. So, I'm just going to stay in here and throw some crunches before I get into the Azumarill. They shielded, so now I'm just like, okay, what do I do here? I could take a body slam. Let's see if I get out or just kind of commit to staying in now. Yeah. Not knowing the counts and then having to shield here. Yeah. So me. Okay, so I don't know the counts. But because I'm a shadow and the poison. Number one. Not knowing the counts. This is my bad. I tried to throw on 4 here. 2, 3, and I go over here. And I think I maybe have overtapped, but I think it's also like, I don't know. I feel like it was the game not working properly. Because I was going to try and do 4 times 2, which is 8. Over there, 3 by 3 is 9. And it just did not work out. So, not only do I not going to move off, I go down with energy. I'm down shield. I lost switch. So now I'm going to have an Azumarill and Corsola have to sweep for me here. So, out comes a Clodsire. And Azumarill is okay with super effective bubbles, super effective ice beams. Try to avoid the moves. And once I land that one, out comes the Corsola. Because Corsola is a ghost. So it resists the poison. And now it's also resisting the fighting here. And Nightshade will one-shot. So they may shield and try and get off a second. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So they shield to try to get off a second move here. And they may actually get off a second move here. But even though they are already boosted, they do not take me out. And double boosted Karate Chop still does not take out this thing. Even with suboptimal IVs. That I can get to a Nightshade and then snipe with a bubble for the win. So despite throwing it or the game screwing me over there in the mid game, still take that matchup. They had an Azumarill lead. And then they game into Sableye. Now, Sableye is a Ghost Dark, and it has a Ghost fast move and a first Dark charge move. So I'm like, okay. Yes, I know my Poison Sting is resisted, but I'm just so spammy here that I should be able to outpace you, and I'm also resisting your moves. So I'm just going to stay in here. So I grab one shield. I don't think they can get to a return here. It is a purified form. So it's just a resisted foul play, so I'm going to try and farm up a bit. Get a little bit of extra energy, not too much though. Throw the Aqua Tail, so I'll keep Switch, and out comes an Azumarill. And this is okay, because what I can do is basically super effective Poison Sting, Crunch is resisted, but maybe lower the attack or defense, whatever one it is. And I do, yeah, lowered their defense. Now I can have a mirror match here where their defense is lower. Play Rough's not going to do much to me. It'll do more to them because their defense is lowered. And we'll have to just see what's in the back here. I am a total noob, and I call out people all the time for doing this, and I just did it. So what did I just do there? Well, what I did there is just throw the charge move as soon as I got it without waiting for like a 15-second there. Not 15 second, half a second, just to see, like, make sure they're throwing a charge move or trying to catch. So I just threw basically right when I got to the move, which is never what you should do. You either don't do it on the same counts, like do it on, like, if you get to 6 player offs, do it on 7 or 8 or 9 just to throw them off guard. Or if you're going to want to do it right after, get to the player off at 6 and then wait half a second to make sure they're doing a fast move and not trying to catch, so you can not get caught on like I did. But in the ending, does not matter. Here comes a play rough on my Corsola. And as you can see, live that. Here comes a Nightshade on the Azumarill. And I think they live that too because they are very bulky. And take them down, and I can now Nightshade or Astonish down there. So it's a very, like, I provide you a lot of flexibility, this Pokemon, right? It's very bulky. It's got good matchups against a lot of the meta. Yeah, and it what made it so strong and why a lot of people brought it to regionals is that it has safety in neutral matchups. And I'm going to bring that up again after. I'll wait till after all these battles, and then I'll bring it back up on PvPoke just to show you, like, how safe it is in neutral matchups. I didn't really kind of focus on that. I just focused on the pickups and losses with the IVs. But we'll show like the evenish matchups how, you know, you're gonna lose the normal typings, you're gonna lose the darks, but then it's like how safe you are against so many other things. Galarian Weezing here came in just to shield 2 moves from Drapion, which did not really make sense to me. So I'm going to assume Brutal Swing and Overheat, and I remember this because I assumed wrong. Of course it's running Sludge. Okay, so we'll go Corsola because I know that Sludge is resisted, so hopefully you're not rushing Sludge Brutal Swing. And they're doing Sludge Overheat. So Overheat does like just over 50%. Now their attack has fallen. Sludge is resisted, so this is going to do almost absolutely nothing here. Yeah, that is absolutely nothing. And it's a Quillfish, and Quillfish is half dark. So that's unfortunate. They get to a move. I'm in the red. They get to a move. Still live with 1 HP, which is hilarious. So get off a Power Gem. And that's the thing. Like, Power Gem is not a great move here. But it's okay. You know, it does... It chipped this Quillfish to 50%. You know, again, like I said, there's better and there's worse. So you kind of just take it with this Pokemon. And I know this thing has Sludge, but I get to an Ice Beam anyways to take this out. If not, take it out, then 1 bubble to take it out here afterwards. No, takes it out. Perfect. So yeah, I started 9 in a row wins. So you're going to see a lot of wins, and then I think the losses, maybe I put it near the ending or I put it a couple before. Muck is kind of a weird one. We're both doing resisted poison. I have a Crunch, which will do neutral. You know, if a Crunch hit that hard, maybe I should have gone double Aqua Tail, but I didn't know how much the move would do. Thunder Punch does a lot. What comes in? A Steelix. And you're going to see me hesitate here because I'm trying to figure out what moveset it is, and the reason I'm calling it Corsola is because I recognize it is a Thunderfang Steelix. So what I'm thinking is happening here is it's going to be, you know, a Thunderfang Steelix to try and draw out a water and then beat it with Thunderfang, or then try and draw it like in a Zoom Roll and then your Poison Muck beats it. So maybe there's a second like thing weak to a Zoom Roll in the back here. So I take it out with Corsola and out comes in the Muck, and I'm going to take this out here too as well. So what is in the back? It is a Fortress, right? I remember this matchup. Okay, so I get up to the Nightshade, which is fine. They'll likely shield because they got 2 shields and 1 Pokemon left. So now I'm coming in here, kind of maybe scare them into throwing, which is exactly what happens here. So now basically coming in a Zoom Roll, 2 of these, 1 shield, and just bubble and Ice Beam the rest of this. Not knowing the movesets. Yeah, I know. Not knowing the movesets, so I shield and it's just a Sand Tomb. So I'm like, crap, I gotta reset on Corsola here, and that's fine. So we'll play this out. So I think this is definitely like a top. It is a top ranked Pokemon. And again, yeah, I'll show you like why it's so strong in the safety in the like middle matchups, but how you need to like play with it. You need to build for normal typings. Like Dunsparce is a problem. Again, I think there's probably gonna be less Dunsparces because there's more ground and fighters in this meta. That's my personal opinion, right? I said it's probably overrated in the Open Great League because you have a ton of Primeapes and Annihilapes and you have a ton of ground, right? Case in point, here is your Marowak. So I'm going to just grab a shield or chip it huge with Aqua Tail so they shield, and now I can get my Zoom Roll on this. Yeah, so with Dunsparce, I think less likely to be around. That's 1 less normal you need to worry about. Not a ton of darks. You know, Malamar is one of the main darks, and it's half psychic, so you do neutral there. So I think that is like a very strong Pokemon. Speak about something that's not strong, my counting ability, as I let them get to a 3rd move here for no reason. When I always say, make sure you throw that move before, don't let them get to another move. Force shields or put pressure on them. And then I make that exact mistake because I do not count. But I do have an Ice Beam for the Jumpluff coming out, double super effective. Takes it to the yellow. Staying in. Oh boy, don't let them farm you. Jeez. Okay, so what's so impressive is that I went 9-1 despite playing like crap and the game trying to screw me over here. So out comes a Drapion. So this right now should be a loss, right? I've got a Drapion, a Dark on my Corsola. I can take the crunch, but now I'm just Aqua Tail range. I am baiting here just because you can see the difference in moves are 5. I guess there was no reason to bait if it's going to take 5 the next time anyways. But I need to try and chip this here. And I do get to the Power Gem. It is enough to take out. And now I'm so bulky that they're going to have to throw here because they can't very win me down before I astonish them down. And then I can Poison Sting for the win with 1 HP. So, again, despite playing like crap, still win the matchup. Dewgong, kind of an evenish lead. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Oh, look. What's happening here? Oh. For those of you who just are not watching, let's go back here. No animations. No anything is happening. Sorry, this is the last match. But no animation. No anything is happening here. Until, finally, by the time it registers, oh, they must have had like 4 or 5 plus moves already. So I think that was I'm trying to remember if this may have been my fault, but I think where I was just getting like I was distracted because the kids were around me. But like usually you would see some friggin' animations hitting you, but nothing was hitting me. So I was just like, anyways. So they're up like 5 ice shards advantage to start this matchup out. So I'm now in this matchup with Azumarill, noticing that they are not leaving, which means if they're not leaving, they probably do not have a good matchup against Azumarill in the back here. Because Dewgong actually has like a pretty bad matchup because you basically have Stab Play Rough against non-Stab Jolrun. And hello, Dragonair. Are we looking at a double Dragon team or something? Dewgong double Dragon because they just swapped into a Dragonair and shielding. So clearly this team has got nothing for Azumarill. So I'll take the nerfed Body Slam here. Again with the visual animation. They definitely get to a move here, so they were getting the energy. But the animation is just not coming up, and neither is the damage registering on my Pokemon. So just a brutal combo there from this game. Take out that, and yes, they do have another Dark Dragon in the back. And as Altaria, they make a nice catch on a Dewgong. That's fine. But I do get the crunch off. Leave it with 1 HP and they take me out here. But now you're seeing basically a full health Altaria versus a full health Corsola. That Corsola does have your Power Gem for coverage. And again, for only taking 15 turns to a move is like that middle range of moves sets there, right? So land that. And then again, a visual bug. Like, I don't know what's happening here. It really does not matter what move they throw at me. Corsola tanks that with ease. And I'll get off just a Nightshade for the win. Morpeko. Morpeko's tough. You kind of just need to stay with Drapion. Because you have Dark, that's going to be Corsola, and then Electric going to be Azumarill. So Goodra comes in. And you'll notice I stayed in through a crunch and then came Corsola. Because again, I'm just reading. Morpeko, Electric on the front. Safe swapping a Goodra. Which probably means you want to draw out like an Azumarill, Fairy Water. Beat it with Morpeko. And then run in the back with something else weak to Azumarill. So that is why I chipped with Drapion. Came in here. And again, forcing some pressure on this Morpeko. You want to hit me through an Aura Wheel? That's fine. Take me out. Back in here with the Drapion. This thing is spammy. Let's get the Poison Sting Aqua Tail combo. Take it low. Not enough to take it out. We'll have to shield. Don't want to take any boosted Aura Wheel move here. It is just a Psychic Fangs, but that's fine. And in the back is a Talonflame. So again, try to draw out the Azumarill. there. That's a perfect call by me. But it should be an obvious call. Like, if you can't make that call, you must be new to this channel or not listening to what I'm saying. Because those are the type of reads that should be very, very easy, right? Oh, a Morpeko lead, and you are voluntarily safe swapping into a Goodra. I wonder why. What beats Goodra? What's the main Pokemon that beats Goodra? Oh, it's in the top ranked Azumarill. Oh, what's Azumarill going to have a problem with? An electric Pokemon. So, right, you got to read that. Yeah, you got to read that. So take it out there. Drapion into Drapion. So mirror match. I have a 6 attack, so I should be okay for CMP for most of these. So they haven't thrown a move yet. They're going to throw here. So again, 1 and throw like a noob. They did not try and catch, so that's nice. This Aquatail may grab a shield. Yeah, it does grab a shield. And then 1 and throw. So this time I caught on them because again, everyone does the 1 and throw. So 1 Poison Sting, catch the Aquatail and the Azumarill. And I felt that was a pretty safe catch because it was just, they were so loaded with energy. The 1 and throw is safe. And then I've already seen Aquatail, so it's an Aquatail Sludge Bomb would be a crazy moveset, which means they probably don't have any charge moves for Azumarill. So catch Azumarill. I will shield up a Sludge Bomb here on Clodsire. I can take 1, which I think I may have to. Yeah, just getting significantly outpaced here. That's why Azumarill has such a bad matchup against Clodsire. You just get significantly outpaced with the Sludge Bombs. But you're tanky enough to live 1. Here comes an Ice Beam. This will take out if they let it go. And they do, so I'll take Switch here. And they have their own Azumarill. So, yeah, we'll probably play this out. Oh, can I throw a move? Nope. The game lags on me there. Check back on the 30th. I think that's when I'm going to do my wrap up. And then I'm like, I don't want to get farmed down, so I'm just going to go Corsola knowing that I can just take this with ease. So I do take this with ease. I'm going to shield a Crunch. I'm going to respect the Crunch from a Shadow Drapion here. I know how much that does hurt. Plus I'm out of move. And if I can like just chip it enough with these Astonishes. So even if a Crunch takes me out, I can maybe Poison Sting down. Oh, is this one where I try and catch too? So 1, 2, 3, 4, better catch. Nope. I think I just missed it. I mean, it looks like I actually went underneath it. Did I just go underneath it? It's sped up at 1.5 speed, so it's tough to know. I knew once I got to the 4 and they were not taken out that I have to catch. Yeah, it looks like I actually went underneath first. So I'll chalk this up to my bad. So I'll get taken out there even though I have the right play in the ending, but yeah. So 2 crap plays. Actually, 1 visual problem, 1 crap play is my only loss out of 10 here with this team. Jumpluff, lead. Gonna stay in. Poison Sting super effective. Crunch is a pretty hard hitting move. They just have Aerial Ace. So good for me not going 1 and throw. Going 2 and throw there like a veteran. But I'm not a veteran. I was at 2100 when I started this. I'm at like 22 something now. Between the two teams, you're going to see a very, very spammy Glassy team coming maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I can do for videos here. Yeah, I can maybe do one for tomorrow. And I got a lot of Ultra League teams coming from you guys submitted. So if you want to submit some Great League teams, that would be appreciated. Especially with Great League on next week as well. So send me a bunch of Great Leagues and you are very, very likely to be showcased in the next week. Because I have none in my inbox and I would like to showcase. Anyways, shield advantage. Get the Azumarill on the Feraligatr just to check the charge moves. They have no shield, so the Play Rough will land too. Put them pretty low. So, not that it's a bad thing, but Corsola and Azumarill combo will lead to longer games. I think we're seeing 20 minutes worth of battles sped up at 1.5 speed. I think there's only like 9 battles. And I think it's just basically like, I think every battle took 3-ish minutes, which isn't like an insanely long time. but it's enough to notice especially compared to the Little Cup, which we just played last week. So there's that. I'm going to come in Sandslash. Going to come in Corsola right away into Sandslash. Don't want them to get too far ahead on energy. Hit them with the Nightshade. I can easily take a move. I'll might shield too, but I can easily take a move here. But do end up shielding. They'll get another one off. They're loaded with energy. But I do get off one more Nightshade to take this out. Nightshade's a really nice move. And take that for the win. Okay, let's open up quickly PB Poke back up so I can show you what I'm talking about with the normal matchups here. So let's just pull up the Great League so you can see the distribution here. 23-12 record with a 5, 15, 14. So not the best, not the worst. I'll just put in like an 8 because that's mine. So we'll battle. So 21-15, right? You can already see how the IVs are affecting the win-loss here. But again, you're going to lose two. Dark and normal. So dark, normal, 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 dark, normal. And then you're down to Feraligatr, which has a Shadow Claw. And then Drapion, which is, again, dark, and Guzzlord is dark. So then your first, essentially, neutral matchup is against a Marowak, where you lose. But this is what I'm talking about. You're now seeing its strengths and weaknesses against. You're supposed to lose the ones you're supposed to lose. You're supposed to win the ones you're supposed to win. I'm gonna beat poisons. I'm gonna beat fighters generally, and stuff that resists you. So then it comes down to what are your how are you just against neutral opponents. So close losses to Marowak, Drifblim, Carbink, Serperior, Stunfisk, and then already into the close wins against Dewgong, Primeape, Clawsire, Gastrodon, Abomasnow, Malamar, Feraligatr, Non-Shadow, Jumpluff, Talonflame, Chestnut, Marowak, Azumarill, Sandslash, Charjabug, and then you get into your fighters and poisons and stuff up here, and ghosts and like psychics. So this is the strength of this Pokemon right here, right? Look at those neutral matchup, close but wins against the main meta here. Like that Dewgong through basically Sandslash is very, very sexy to see that, right? Fantastic close wins against a lot of the main meta, and that's what makes this Pokemon very, very strong. So I'll definitely play with it again when I want to grind. I think because these games took so long, I went with a very spammy Primeape and Primeape Feraligatr and something like very glossy spammy team. So that will be coming next, maybe tomorrow morning. I was gonna say I'm gonna hide that for a second. Now that I just want to see like the stat. I know the even the views on the Great League are not doing great. It's fine. I'm writing off basically between Christmas and New Year's. I know that much just because I'm acting director for the next week at work because the manager who normally acting director is off and the director is off. So it's just like I know that people are not around and watching YouTube videos during the Christmas to New Year's break, so I'm not worried about that. But yes, come back. I think maybe the 30th is when I want to do this season. Yeah, before the top teams on the 31st. To talk about a lot of stuff. State of the game, how I'm feeling about GBL. State of the game, how I'm feeling about GBL, how I'm feeling about the game in general. The channel, strengths and weaknesses. My successes for the year of like me in the community and stuff like that. Other channels, how I'm going to go future in this video. Like other videos I want to do on this channel. Other channels I want to do and how that may affect this channel's videos overall. So lots of my thoughts coming out in that video. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.